Shalom, shalom. Just left off just a minute ago, was doing a video about judgment. I've come to another scripture since I'm not going to sleep just yet. But first, I want to give us all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahak, Kodash. Of course, I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us the truth and rule well. Going to say shalom to the Akwath and Akim out there, and you speckled birds out there, my brothers and sisters out there, even though you may look like the heathen but are not the heathen. We're going to talk about the kingdom. This is a beautiful scripture about the kingdom. This is Zechariah chapter 8, and we're going to read 1 and down. Listen to this. Again, the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion. Zion are a people before it's a place, like the word Jerusalem, Israel. It's a twofold. It could be a people before a place. And it also could be talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai's people. Go to Joel chapter 2, verse 27. He answers who his people are. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and I will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet, listen to this, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for every age, for very age. Think about our children right here. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. This is in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be cars zipping past and none of that. Children gonna be able to play. Your children gonna be able to eat. You ain't gonna have no sick children. None of that. Children gonna be 100% perfect. They're gonna even have spiritual power. Probably at a certain age. I don't know, but they could have it when they're babies. We're gonna know when we in the kingdom. It's gonna be beautiful though. Verse 6, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in my eyes, saith the Lord of hosts? Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God, in truth and in righteousness. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words, by the mouth of the who? Prophets. Right? Which were in the day that the foundation of the house of the Lord of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. For behold, these days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beast, neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in, because of the affliction. For I set all men, every one, against his neighbor. This is what time now we in now. All right, let's go further. But now I will not be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, saith the Lord of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous. The vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. So remember, the earth won't be destroyed, but the wicked upon the earth will be destroyed. This earth will return back into a paradise. We're going to get the best fruit, the best water, the best of everything. It'll go back to the time of Adam and Eve, even a whole lot more luxurious and prettier than that. It's going to be gorgeous. Verse 13, and it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, are we not a curse right now among the heathen? O house of Judah and house of Israel. Did you understand that? House of Judah, house of Israel. You don't hear no other nation there. That is the 12 tribes of Israel. Listen, let's go further. So will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, as I thought to punish you when your forefathers provoked me to wrath, saith the Lord of hosts, and I repented not. When he repented not, what happened to us? We went into slavery for what our forefathers did. We in the situation what we in for the things that our forefathers, things we've done too. Why do you think we're in the predicament we in? We in the bottom of the low of the low right now. We got all these curses upon us. And it don't matter how much money you got in your wallet, because pretty soon that money ain't gonna mean diddly squat when they push that digital currency. Remember that? So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath. For all these things are things that I hate, saith the Lord. So when it speaks of neighbor, who is that speaking about? Is that speaking about your next door neighbor today? He's talking about your people. You're out of the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, of course, we ain't harming no other nation of people or anything of the sort. You know? Now, I'm going to say this. We don't do anything for the wicked of our people. Scriptures even talk about that. But we don't mistreat them. Matter of fact, let's go further. And the word of the Lord of hosts came unto me, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th shall be to the house of Judah joy and gladness and cheerfulness, feast. Therefore, love the truth and peace. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people and inhabitants of many cities. And the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, Let us go speedily to pray before the Lord and seek the Lord of hosts. I will go also. Yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem and to pray before the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. You see how beautiful that is? So in the time in the kingdom, guess what's going to happen? You know, brothers going to be set up as kings and priests. You know what we're going to do? We're going to rule over the nations, and we're going to teach them the laws and statutes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now, when you think about this, does that mean that they're going to come equal grounds with us? Not at all. They're going to know Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because we're going to teach it to them. In the kingdom, will they be equal to us? No. They'll be on the outskirts. It is what it is. It's going to be a separation. The ones that will be destroyed would be Edom. All of the Edomites will be completely bombed out, depleted, decimated, burnt up, and gone. Matter of fact, let's go prove that. Let's go to the book of Obadiah. Give me a minute. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18. Listen to what it says. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. All Edomites going to be rounded up and destroyed at a certain time. Oh, they're going to give double. They're going to pay for what they've done. Go to Revelation, was that 13, 9, and 10? Oh, they're going to pay for what they've done. And the other nations. For Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord hath spoken it. So there will be no Edomites. See, they're going to go through their servitude, their hard bondage, their hard servitude for a period of time, a good period of time. And when Yahweh Shem outside said, okay, it's time for them to go, I'm going to round them all up and destroy them. It is what it is. Now let's go to the other nations, right? Watch this. The other people. Let's go to Psalms. I think it's that Psalms chapter 1 or chapter 2. Let me see. It's chapter 2. Listen to this. Psalms chapter 2 and verse 8. Listen to what it says. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen. The heathen are the other nations. For thine inheritance. What's an inheritance? It's going to be given unto us. That's why you go to Isaiah 14 verse 2. There'll be what? Maids and handmaids. And I'm roughly paraphrasing. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Means we're going to be clucking them on the side of the head and make them get right. Because they ain't going to want to listen at first. But they're going to. Best believe. They're going to. Matter of fact, I did talk about Isaiah 14 and 2. Let's go get that. I don't want to butcher it. You know, I just did a judgment video and I was looking at something and this came to me from another brother. Something he put up and I seen it. I was like, oh man, I got to get on that. This is Isaiah 14 and 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. This is what's going to be happening in the kingdom. And how beautiful it is. Man, you got to go back and read that, man. You got to go back to where Zechariah is at chapter 8, 1 through 22. He lets you know what it's going to be like. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be 100% righteousness. Something we don't know nothing about. You talking about living forever, new bodies. We're not going to look the way we look right now with all deformities, hurting knees, messed up teeth, and, hairline or whatever. Women, whatever the problems that women got, all different problems that men got. You ain't going to have none of those problems. You're going to be 100% perfect with spiritual power. Women going to be in order. It's going to be beautiful, man. But anyway, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahah, Kodash, Shalom.